Hey guys, what's going on? It's Lion Trader, and we're going to take a look at Bitcoin today, kind of do a little update. We're going to look at the bull side, we're going to look at the bear side, and kind of come up with a plan for both scenarios. I'm going to start out on the bull side because, bull markets are always easier to trade, so there's not really a whole lot to go over here. I'm going to do my best, though, to make the strongest bull case possible. Um, Actually, you know what? I want to explain what I believe happened in this move. So let's start from here. So obviously you can see that this is a resistance point in the market, right? And right around here, we saw that bull or whale or exchange, whoever he might be. What we saw was a $100 million market order. Now, a lot of people had stops here, which triggered a short squeeze, which drove up the price even more. Now, interestingly enough, this was the first algo that I was paying attention to. And let me pull up a couple more of these. There we are. I mean, this move has been absolutely absurd. And just to show you how absurd this is, I mean, we look here on the NVT, we're approaching all-time highs. If you go to the weekly on the NVT, we are at an all-time high. We've broken all of this, which is absolutely just ridiculous. But the reason for that, the reason I believe that this whole thing happened, and whether it's triggering a bull market or not, it's not exactly what I'm talking about here. But what happened was we had these shorts get triggered, which causes a cascade effect of stops being hit at market, buying up the price. We got up to here. We had that FUD come out. And what I find really interesting about this situation is that the market did this massive pump with a lot of bearish news coming out. The FUD with the exchange hack and Tether and the United States Attorney General going in. If you are an investor, why the fuck would you be buying this? It doesn't really make any sense, But what does make sense to me with this move is that if it was a lot of manipulation with shorts getting triggered, forcing the price up, once you get here, it doesn't take a whole lot. Those bulls keep buying, keep keeping that price up, and once they get, all they've got to do once they're here is keep it in this range and then push it to the other side of that 65, and you're triggering more stops for fuel, which drives the price up higher. So now here's another 65 and 618 golden zone. You get through that, guess what? You just hit a whole lot more stops, which force the price up. Here's another golden zone. You get through there. That's that 6K level. You get through that, and now you're hitting more stops, driving the price even higher. This is a domino effect in the market of market stops being triggered one after another, forcing the price up. And I guarantee you that entity that did that 100 million market order to trigger all of this FOMO, I guarantee you he had some fills in here, and he's sitting real happy making a, oh, fuck, what is this? Let's just say he bought here. This is all of his position. Fuck, 100% move, depending on what leverage he's using. Yeah, this whoever's involved in this made an absolute killing. So let me go ahead and get rid of that. Let's see. I can just do this, can't I? Oh, that's not going to work. Too many clicks. Get rid of that. Okay. So now that we kind of understand what caused this move, the next question we need to be asking ourselves is the bull market in, or are we still in a bear market? For the bull side of things, obviously this price action looks very bullish. What could happen here to trigger the bull market is that let me say this. This move is extremely overextended. We have an extended third wave and we have an extremely overextended fifth wave. Uh, that implies that this is going to correct heavily. Our most critical support zone is going to be here. It, and it's also going to be probably our most likely retracement for the fourth because this is so overextended. I'm going to be expecting a deep retracement on this four. If we get through here, I think the bulls are fucked because this is a low volume. It didn't have any support going down. It just straight ripped, cut through like butter, and it did the same thing on the way up. So this is not a zone. Let me just do this. Here is not a zone for the bulls. This is bad. If it gets to here and we go back to here, I don't think we're going to be going back up. What I want to see for the bull count is I want to see it come down here, maybe trade within this range, which is going to be a little bit scary for the bulls, and then I want to see it come back up for the fifth. If it does not do that and it comes down, I'm going to be significantly more bearish. Also, what could trigger the bull run? Because to me, right now, it's not confirmed. Yes, this is bullish, but you have to remember why this happened. It doesn't exactly make any sense at all for this to be actual bulls, like bulls in the sense that they're bullish on Bitcoin. What this is a FOMO run in combination with stops being triggered. It's a massive short squeeze, essentially. So what we need is that bullish sentiment to stay in the market. So as it comes down here, depending how hard, that's going to be the tell. Are we going to hold this support level or are we going to break it? I'm biased towards the bear market not being in because other fundamental factors and NVT and whatnot that will go on shortly in the video just don't really tell me that this is anything but a bubble, basically. But anyway, for the bulls, my plan here is to watch the price come down. We bounce to the fifth. Now what that means is we are going to retrace this entire move. So that's when I'll load. I'll load because once we have a clean 5 waves in, because here's the thing with Elliot Wave, this could be we have a clean 5 waves here. There's no denying that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very easy to see. The tricky part is that this could be a 1, 2, 3, or it could also be an A, B, C. We just don't know. So the tell of whether the bull market's going to be in is that we come down for the fourth, up for the 5, and then we will retrace ABC. That's just the way the markets move. Even in the 2017 bull market where it was extremely bullish, we had, I think it was 6, 7, maybe 8 big 50 to 60% retracements on the way up to 20,000. This thing will correct at some point to 50 to 60%. And that's when I would be interested in buying, not here. I'm not interested in FOMOing into the market. I don't care if we go to 1K or if we go to 20K. It doesn't matter to me because I have a plan for both. I'll make money regardless. So now that we have gone over the bull count here, there's just no getting around how this thing's going to pull back. This thing is running out of steam in my opinion. Look at this candle right here. Okay. And now here was the big pump, right? That's your third wave. But also that's when the guy triggered the 100 million market order, forcing the markup. And then really for the rest of this, it was kind of lower volume, let's say. But here on this one candle, look at all that bear volume. That's comparable to here where it just dumped down. It's comparable over to here. So to me, that's them unloading their position. That's exactly what I see right there. Maybe we've got another pump up here. I think the most probable zone for this third wave or C wave is going to be to hit this golden zone. We have it as a resistance point here in the market. It's also it's kind of hard to see there, but it's a 4618 extension of the first wave. It's not the most probable fib relationship, but it is a fib relationship of the 618 golden zone nonetheless. It's just 4 times what you would normally expect. So that's where I would be targeting for this thing to turn around for either the continuation of the bear trend or the fourth. There's no question that this thing it needs to correct. Just looking at NVT, what I want to see also, if we come down for the fourth, as the sentiment in the market turns, and I'm not talking about FOMO sentiment, I'm talking about genuine bullish sentiment where investors want to start buying. What we should see happen on the fourth is we should see the NVT come down because it's measuring your transactional value flowing in the blockchain. And the fact that it's this red tells me that there's zero on-chain volume to support this run. I mean, the creator of the NVT has said this himself just the other day. He tweeted out that there's no exchange volume pumping this up here. So what I want to see is it come down here for the fourth, and I want to see this NVT bottom out. That's what I want to see to really get me shifted into the bulls. Until I see that, I just kind of sitting and waiting, looking for a good opportunity. Let's see. So now we can go over the bear count. So for the bears, I think that this is ABC. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this 50 golden zone range, and then we'll come down here, fill this last algo target. At that point, I think the NVT should bottom out, and then we'd be safe. Then it's up to new highs from there. We're also at the top of this. Yeah, it's Bitstamp. We're also at the top of this. It's this blue line here, this pitchfork. So that's also kind of interesting to me. But the count that I'm seeing is a WXYZ. Now the bullish side of this would be that we have a WXY and we're done and we're going up for new highs, but I'm unconvinced of that. I think what we have is the WX. I think we have our A, very clean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for that. I think we've got a running flat here for a B, and then I think we finish this off as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the C. This is a very strong move. Obviously, I mean, shit, it looks like just a straight vertical dump. And if we compare this move to this move, now this is BLX, so it has not updated yet. I know this is showing 7,000, but the price is actually 7,900 right now. But what I want to show you is this range here, because this is where I'm pulling the fib from. And in my, I don't know why that's there. Delete that. This is the same range where the 2014 Fractal had pulled their algo and we came up to test the 50, which is right where we are right now. So I think this is really probably your strongest algo. It's going to be real bad if we break this. That's why I'm waiting for that. If we're on the third, fourth, 5 should break that. That's going to be your strongest tell of the bull market, to be honest. And then I'll be loading up right around here for that second retrace. So you've got your 1, your 2, and then your 3, somewhere up there. But anyway, so this is what I'm looking at here. Lost my train of thought. Where was I? Completely lost my train of thought. Hate it when that happens. I completely lost what I was talking about. Fuck. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, I'm still leaning bearish just because the NVT. I don't think this was anything, but I think it was a short squeeze. And here's a scary thought for you: is Bitfinex, with all of this conspiracies and whatnot that's going around with them, they just got $1 billion from some idiots that gave them that money. I don't know why anybody would give them $1 billion when all this fraud is surrounding them, but someone apparently did, or they could be lying. But they got $1 billion that they could pump the market with, and if they're planning to do an exit scam here, I mean, shit, that's pump the market up with $1 billion of somebody else's money, and then sell all those Bitcoin and disappear. I mean, that's very possible. Um, but the one thing I want to point out here on the fractal is how long this C wave was and kind of gradual. I really don't think that we're going to see that this time. I think that that gradual period was here, whereas this was it's a little bit distorted here because I have stretched this fractal out, but this period was a bit more prolonged, and I think that this C would be fairly quick. I think it's going to be sharper and not like this. I think I can represent this better here. Yeah, so you can see it better here. So this is where we would be when we hit 3K right here. And as you can see, this happened just before here. This is the negative two, no, I'm sorry. This is the 236 on the fib time extension. Whereas here, we're right at the 382. And the reason for that is this was such a strong support. It just kind of took a while for us to break down from there. Whereas not so much from here. So this was the prolonged period. And I think what's going to happen is we're going to have a much sharper final Z leg. It's going to be a sharper ABZ zigzag. Just kind of a theory, just kind of guessing there. I feel like that's what's going to happen. Of course, it could just be, could take longer. But this is pretty much it, guys. I mean, there's not a whole lot to go over. It's kind of a waiting game right now. We're either going to come down for this fourth or, I mean, fuck, who knows? It could just keep going, but I really don't see how it can do that. I mean, this thing is on fire. And really the only reason, that it went up this high was because of all those stops getting eaten up and FOMO. But anyway, if y'all have any questions, feel free to post a little comment. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. It really helps me out. And I'll keep y'all updated the best I can. All right, take care. Bye.